besides that, in general, where is it? I have this, I want to see what this video is. I quit every modern day poison. So let me guess. I see in the thumbnail there's porn, TikTok, junk food, and everything like that. So you're trying to live a healthier life. It's kind of a little bit impossible, to be honest, to be living like that, because like almost everything has like some toxicity in it, And then addiction also is a thing too as well when it comes to sweets, or it comes to other things in general, you get used to it every single day. Because I know a lot of people who wake up or so, they look at their phones or so every morning and just look at like what's on there, before they get out of bed, So I'd be super curious to see like, what this is all about.
Sugar.
Poison.
Yeah.
Fast food.
Poison.
Alcohol.
Yep.
Poison.
Yep.
Taxes. Poison.
Yep.
I'm kind of just joking about that one. The point is, modern day life is filled with things that are just straight up bad for you. They're killing you slowly is the best way to put it. But what happens if you quit them all at once and return back to a simpler time before everything was about attention and mass consumption? For the next 7 days, I'm quitting every modern day poison to see how much my life, body, and mind actually change, and whether any of this stuff actually makes us happier.
I'd be very curious to see how this experiment is going to work, actually.
To start off this experiment, I got a brain scan to see how these poisons are essentially ruining my brain. As expected, it wasn't good. Red means the highest amount of activation. There's a lot of red. Here's what the doctor had to say.
This finding is very consistent, or it's the sign of the high functioning, cognitively engaged individual, even during the rest. It's like it always working. When you need it, you have the full power. But when you don't need it, the brain should back to the state of the relaxation, which the brain is not coming back. And the network of the attention is also impaired.
Well, that was a wake-up call. On top of the brain scan, I also checked my starting weight, which is 188.3 pounds. Here's a quick look at my physique. I'm also going to be tracking my sleep, and most importantly to me, my skin. Okay, well, let's let the fun begin.
Day one.
Well, I definitely have the fight or flight activation you'd expect from quitting 10 addictions cold turkey all at the same time. I'm so nervous for this one. Oh my God. But I just had to remind myself, even though I'm quitting all of these things, I'm still less restricted than a vegan. So it could always be worse. Now, I know by the end of this week, I'm definitely gonna be healthier, but I don't know about happier. So to make things easier on me, I'm gonna go around the house and just remove all the temptations. Besides Katie, of course.
Now, here's the list of the 10 things I'm quitting. Some of you might be like, oh my God, seed oils are great for you, or caffeine helps you live longer. Regardless of what I agree with, they're controversial and on my list, so stop it. First thing I'm getting rid of are all my supplements. Next, my snacks. I love these strawberry yogi things. I also love rice cakes, but caveman didn't eat them, so neither am I.
I think I'm actually gonna unplug the coffee machine because I can't bear it to be on, waiting for me to press that button right there.
Some things were harder to get rid of than others, like my Nintendo Switch. I'm a Mario Kart fiend, what can I say? But this week is all about making healthy replacements. Time to delete all my apps, saying goodbye to some unbelievable snap streaks, 3,000 plus days actually.
Delete the apps? You can just get rid of the phone. You don't even have to delete the apps. What are you talking about? What?
So
you need to get rid of the phone, not the apps.
On my account.
My phone feels so pure right now. It's weird. It's like I am holding hands with a virgin. But I've officially removed all temptations from the house, besides the camera. I'm using
No, you have to get rid of the phone. You gotta get rid of the phone. The phone needs to you need to get rid of.
This video, don't even comment that. I know.
I am out front of Whole Foods right now, about to go inside and get some groceries, and I think it's gonna be tough. You know, like Whole Foods is marketed as the healthier grocery store, but I just think that they're professional gaslighters. Like take a chocolate chip cookie, add some chia seeds, boom, health intervention, you know? I also just know I'm gonna struggle immensely with the microplastic situation because like the world is essentially one big giant Tupperware with Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but I'm just gonna try the best I can.
I grabbed my cart, walked inside, and
you
immediately
really can't get
noticed
rid
my
of
arch
microplastic
nemesis.
at the end of the day.
Microplastics.
Literally over 50% of the fruits and veggies are covered in plastic.
So I just grabbed some of the produce that wasn't wrapped up in plastic, then made my way over to the meat section.
Can I get the beef rib steak? Oh, is it possible not to get it in plastic? Yeah, thank you. I feel so difficult doing that. Meat acquired. I have never had such a hard time grocery shopping in my entire life. Like, I'm just like mentally blanking. Everything that you think.
Am I the only one who doesn't have that much difficulty or so? Like, cause like for you could just go to like a mercado, like a Hispanic one or so, you know, and you can just, and even then, like the granted or so, it's not much over here, but in El Salvador, right? In the central area of El Salvador to buy stuff or so, right? They usually have like meats, like kind of like out there. So depending on like the kind or so, you got like meats, you got like fruits, you got like a bunch of stuff or so that's like more open or so compared to having it in like in some kind of like plastic thing or so or whatever, you know. They usually like wrap it up in like the sheet of paper that you usually see like that, you know.
Looks to be good. You just check the back, and then there's something they slip in to humble you. I'm gonna have to start my own farm and garden or something. I'm being that guy looking for Greek yogurt in a glass container.
You know when they say just shop the outside of the grocery store? Yeah, they're right. But even doing that, you're still limited.
Look how healthy that cart is. Crazy work. We're only a few hours into day one, and it's already made me realize how many bad habits I have. Turns out I'm mostly made of bad habits. But breakfast today is looking quite a bit different than normal. A typical breakfast for me would be like a protein bar, egg whites from the carton, and an energy drink, and a coffee, maybe 2 coffees. But this is looking good. We have 4 whole eggs. We have a cup of the yogurt, which is made from grass-fed organic whole milk. And then we have this massive apple, which I have never washed an apple so hard in my entire life because that apple, it raw dogged the cashier counter. Probably had more disease than Bonnie Blue's bed sheets. So it got a triple wash. Let's try it out. Oh God, that's good. Mmm. The anticipation of this yogurt is killing me. It had a cream top. I don't even know what the hell that means. I got to pour it into the bowl, which is not a good sign. I like a thick Greek yogurt. Oh, wow. It's like I have my mouth straight on the cow's udder. I was wondering if I was gonna gain weight or lose weight on this challenge, but I'm starting to think that I'm gonna lose a lot of weight because I kind of have no idea what to do besides like the same things, and it's just gonna get really old really fast. And I'm also getting kind of worried about getting my protein in. I never struggle getting my protein in. About to enjoy this big old banana for a snack, and I'm already having a very hard time just trying to figure out what to do with my hands. Like they feel lost, they feel confused. The amount of times that I've reached for my phone and just tried to swipe over to Instagram or YouTube or whatever is concerning. Like I posted an Instagram.
This is why you get a hobby. So like if the internet goes down or if the power goes out or anything like that, that's why you have a hobby. That's the whole point. That is the whole point of you having a hobby to begin with.
Yesterday, Boba and I celebrating 5 million subscribers, which
Oh,
reminds me you should
congratulations
subscribe. We're
on
trying to
getting
hit 10
5 million
million. But I can't
subscribers.
even go on to see what people are saying. I feel so lost. I feel so out of the loop. But again, the amount of times
It'd be cool
I
if
go
I
on my
reached
phone,
30K or so
it's
before the end of this
scary.
year.
Like
That'd be
it
pretty
is
cool.
eye-opening. It's just giving me a wake-up call when this is all over that I definitely have to fix something because it's an addiction. I'm gonna have to keep these hands occupied somehow. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot of self-reflection, I guess you could say, this week. But hopefully, because it's just day one, you know, things are at an all-time worst, and then as the days progress, things get a little better.
I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a banana
Know the way to
in
the
this
job
way in a very
application?
long time.
Hey, nerd.
Just sitting, looking outside, relaxing,
po-
without anything occupying my mind while I eat. It was clear that these poisons have held me captive for a very long time. I am outside the bookstore right now, which is huge. Like, if you guys knew me well, you would know that I just don't read. It's not that I can't, it's just that I just save that ability exclusively on menus. But
All I have to say is if this guy's a workout guy, he could have just gone out for a jog or something, or a walk or something, or I don't know, anything else, to be honest.
I just need to find something that's going to be mentally stimulating tonight, just something for my nighttime activity. So I'm trading in my phone for my book, which
Drawing, reading, picking up an instrument, learning a new language, what else? Learning a new physical sports game, you know, any of those is literally like like anything. Like you could go play like I know like you can like go play like tennis or something like that, or like racquetball or anything specifically volleyball or anything of that sort of nature, you know?
Which is a dream that my parents gave up on half my lifetime ago. So they're going to be very happy about this. And maybe, just maybe, I actually might like reading. It's been a while since I've tried it. Books.
Like I said, I don't read, so I really have no idea what to pick. Travel, business, new age, whatever that means. True crime could be fun. Horror, I want to be able to sleep.
Oh my God, that guy's hot.
Romance really had my attention. But I thought it was best to leave it to a professional.
Hi, I was wondering if you had any like book recommendations.
There's a static that for us guys, we be gambling more than reading.
I'm just trying to get into reading now.
Next gen is cooked. Oof, yikes.
Kat's heading over. She's great. She'll.
Okay, thanks so much. Got my book. For dinner tonight, I have some sauteed mushrooms, onions, and peppers, some baked sweet potato, and some asparagus. And then resting in the shadows is the star of the show, which is this beautiful, massive ribeye. It's just been sitting there chilling for the past 10 minutes because I've always been taught.
I've never
let the
eaten
meat
that in my
rest,
entire
and
life.
It'll give you its best. Get all those juices to disperse. Oh,
God
man.
damn, dude.
This meal is extremely simple, but anything complex
God
is
damn.
an invitation to death. That's how I'm seeing things this week. But this meat is like, shut up, Will, and put me in. All right, I've had a ribeye in a long time. I just knew I was gonna need the calories tonight because I have not eaten that much today. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. I have not made this much eye contact with what I'm eating since my honeymoon. One of the worst things that you can do before bed is just scroll on your phone. It's terrible, which is the reason why I got a book. So the lady recommended I read The Silent Patient, which is apparently but a person who goes to a psych ward and doesn't speak to anybody, which kind of feels like a metaphor for the situation I'm currently in. But I'm really hoping that reading helps just improve my sleep score, bring my stress down before bed, because even though you might not feel it, you're probably stressed out a lot scrolling on your phone and seeing a bunch of different things. So hoping this calms me down. Goal,
You mean
30
doom
pages.
scrolling?
This is what Dr. Reza said about phones before bed.
Reducing the cognitive load, especially digital cognitive load, is really important. Not only because of the white light or the blue light, it's just the cognitive load. We wanted to decrease it. One thing in the social media, we always going to next, 2 minutes, next, go to next. When you're reading the book is slow. It's like you have go line by line, page by page. You have more attention, just relax.
Interesting. Never knew about
A
that.
lot less bloated this morning than normal, probably because I don't have a gallon.
Well, I hardly use like Instagram. Like all I do is just kind of like post stuff from time to time, right? If it's art related stuff, I just post it there. Same thing with Twitter. I kind of like, post from time to time. I'll scroll if I want to see something, and that's kind of like basically it. Or share something here and be like, oh look, a pretty woman, anyways, or a good cosplay or something, you know. That's kind of like generally it. I kind of like don't do anything besides that, you know.
Of Coke Zero in my
I'm
body.
gonna take notes on your mom's
would do it.
ass in a second.
My
Shut
head
the fuck
is
up.
feeling a bit off. The headache is starting to come on right now, and my body is definitely noticing the absence of certain substances, mainly caffeine and artificial sweeteners. But even with all that, my sleep last night was amazing, one of the best in a very long time. And looking at my sleep scores from the previous days before this challenge, I got an 83, then I got another 83, and then last night I got a 90, which is optimal, well rested. But the big one is the readiness score. So a couple of days before, I got a 73, then I got a 68, which isn't very good. And then last night, a massive jump to 84. So I'm already noticing a massive difference.
Joke's on you. I've never drank coffee.
In my sleep quality
I
from
hate
one
coffee.
day of eliminating all this crap.
Things are looking pretty good so far, but this minor headache was just the beginning.
Feeling pretty good about myself today. Probably because there's no Instagram to remind me what my physique isn't and make me regret all the treats that I've had the past 5 years. It's not that Instagram takes over my life or anything. The only thing it does is just makes me regret that I'm not somebody else. But no Instagram, no body dysmorphia, imagine that. I'm also getting this workout done in half the time because I'm not checking my phone between sets. Like, I'm blowing through this workout.
Training without my phone constantly lighting up with notifications was way more enjoyable than I expected. With no distractions, the silence was actually kind of therapeutic.
One thing that I cannot believe I'm about to say is I am having a hard time eating enough. And I thought it was going to impact my workout, but luckily it hasn't. But I think all the meals that I'm having are just so rich in nutrients, fat that I'm not used to, and just good quality foods that it's keeping me full for hours. Whereas normally I would just chase protein, volume, lower fat, which does get me full.
I hate the smell of coffee. Got addicted to it while watching Tokyo Ghoul and studying for an A-level exam. Even while I was studying for exams in general, I never drank coffee, ever.
But then it just keeps
I
me
hate
full
the
for like
smell
an
of it.
hour and a half. So it doesn't really do much. So the higher quality foods are definitely sitting better and longer in my stomach. So I definitely have to keep that in mind with my meal plan going forward. I might have to actually add olive oil to my food. Crazy.
With my workout complete, it was time to make my poison-free lunch.
Take a look at this lunch. I'm gonna give you guys 2 seconds to screenshot it. It's so beautiful.
Ooh, that looks so
We got
good.
kiwi, watermelon, peaches. We got egg, chicken, avocado, and a mini schnauzer. I'm gonna eat you up. You're so cute. I'm not actually gonna eat you. The amount of different colors in this small vicinity is truly a beautiful thing. It's like the United Nations on my plate. Oh man. Oh, hello, little yolk drippage.
That does look good.
Ain't nothing poisonous about a
See.
peach. I can't even remember the last
Dude, that
time
looks
I sat
so
and ate
healthy
lunch
though. I would totally
outside.
eat that.
Also without my phone
I would totally devour
or
that.
my laptop. Like, my tongue's getting worked, not my thumb. I feel like I'm actually tasting the food today. And I'm present with it.
I did not expect to be eating this much fruit, so I guess I underestimated how fruity I really am. But there's definitely a satisfaction component to eating like this, similar to Uber Eats. With Uber Eats, you get it delivered to your door.
I hate
It
the
tastes
smell of coffee.
amazing. There's little thought, little
That's
effort
why,
put
that's
into
why
it.
usually when my
But with
family
this,
members go
it's the
into a
effort
Starbucks or
that's
so, I
satisfying.
stay outside.
You know, seeing all the colors, seeing all the nutrients, seeing that it's doing good for your body is something that's actually pretty addictive.
Getting kind of bored right now, so it's time to refresh the feed, AKA going for a walk. And I'm just having a really hard time entertaining myself because every single thing that I want to do is a big no-no. Like what I would give to crack open a crispy Coke Zero and just rip some Mario Kart, or watch a movie, or just doom scroll a little bit on my phone. It sounds so nice, but
This is why you have to get a hobby. That's the whole point. Once you have a hobby, it'll distract you from all of this stuff. Trust me. That's how it works, okay? If you're trying to do this specific experiment on yourself, this is why you get a hobby.
nope.
No, your audio
It's about
cafe.
building new habits. So I'm just trying to be outside as much as I possibly can. Just do different things. And eventually, it will not feel as weird. But on the bright side, my cravings and desires are significantly less than day one, which is good.
Your mom is a
After
hobby.
the walk, Boba and I played a pretty intense game of tag in the backyard. The little guy is so quick now. Then we read together. This book is actually incredible. After, I played some chess with Katie. Next, I did some red light therapy for 15 minutes. And lastly,
Red light
some
therapy?
cleaning. I really had
I
to
don't even know what
distract
that
myself,
is.
as you can see. The poisons still had a hold on me. The scariest part wasn't quitting, it was realizing how much control they had over me.
I have just been getting after it today. I've just been doing things nonstop, productive or not. At one point, I was reading the ingredients in my shampoo bottle. What this challenge really has revealed to me is that I have a shocking amount of free time. Like, I am the most available man in North America, but it's 4 o'clock now, and this is typically when I would have a snack, like a protein bar, and we're gonna have a protein bar, but a more healthy, natural protein bar. So I brought with me on the road a bar of Parmesan cheese. It's certainly tastier than an actual protein bar.
A bar of
We will not
Parmesan
discuss the calorie
cheese?
comparisons,
But
though.
why?
This is actually my first snack of the day, which is extremely rare because now snacks are so less convenient and I'm way more limited in my options. it really makes me question if I'm actually hungry or not. And a lot of the times I'm not really. So back when I'd be like, I'm kind of hungry, I'd grab a protein bar. Now I'm like, well, I have fruit.
My curious is
I
when
have
does
this,
the
or do I
headache
really want to go
begin?
grill
Is
a
it
chicken
because of
breast? I'm
like
like, nah.
your you just
So,
don't have any
I mean, it is
like
kind of good. You get
stimulant
more
in
in
your brain
tune
anymore?
with the
Is that the
hunger
reason
cues.
why?
I have the biggest headache of my life right now. Like my brain feels like it's being congested and I'm feeling very agitated right now.
Maybe it was because of cheese that you ate.
I'm craving drinks more than food. The artificial sweeteners in an energy drink or like a diet soda just sounds so good right now. Thankfully, I'm not craving alcohol because
Okay. So if you're craving sweets, like if you're craving sweets like this or something like that, right? Just make a fruit juice, you know? You just make a fruit juice. That's it, bro. That's all you really need to do if you're craving for that or if your body craves for it.
that would be concerning. Now, nighttime is usually when I binge watch a month's worth of TV in a matter of days.
What?
Tonight, I was entertained by my own shadow instead. It's really hard finding things to fill my night because everything that I want to do is poisonous or severely time restricted. So I'm just sitting here relaxing, and if my house is haunted, my senses are fully available to sense it.
Good morning. It's day number 3 of being poison-free, and I'm starting to notice a difference in my skin. It looks more vibrant, it looks more smooth, and I feel like I just look less tired and more alive. So it turns out the real glow-up is just not eating like a raccoon.
Yeah,
I didn't upgrade my
I've never
skincare.
had any problem like that whatsoever because I swapped from, from soda or so to fruit juice and everything like that, and that's kind of like basically it. So I don't know. I just been having a better even if I do drink soda in general, I like dilute it. Diluting soda tastes so much better than like literally normal soda. Like no joke, it really does.
Routine, I'm just downgrading all my bad habits. However, I still do feel like somebody going through withdrawal from multiple things at once. So the duct tape keeping my mind together is holding so far. Just barely. Let's go make breakfast.
Today, I decided I wanted to make an omelet, and this process is looking a little different than normal. For one, I'm using whole eggs instead of egg whites. Next, I'm swapping my plastic cutting board for a wooden cutting board. I probably have so many credit cards worth of plastic in my body. Then instead of a toxic non-stick pan, I used an aluminum pan. And for my spatula, again, we went from plastic to wood.
Well, I was marketed the perfect omelet on the pan, but then why does mine look like it got scraped off the sidewalk after a 10-story fall? Like, I think at this point I'd rather a non-stick pan.
It's because you actually did it incorrectly, actually, to be honest. Because there's two different types of there's the two different types of frying pans or so. Is you're supposed to cook them in a different fashion way. That's the only reason why. Sorry. So, I used to do cooking, so I know about this quite a bit. So
And a plastic spatula to make my freaking omelet. That wooden spatula is a double agent because sure, it's protecting me from microplastics, but then it just ruined my omelet. It's like literally every single thing sticks to it. So frustrating. Why do all things that have to be good have to just be so inconvenient? But I guess that's the help from the chemicals that make things so easy. It doesn't even taste like an omelet. I think I'm just being bitter. I did not know there was a pickleball court within minutes.
see, this is what I was talking about. See, you get a sport, you start learning a sport or something like that, or any hobby specifically, time will fly by. Trust me.
Of my home. Gentrification just
Yo no
sneaks up
tengo
on you
hambre
sometimes,
para
doesn't
nada.
it? But it's crazy what you miss when your head is down looking at your phone. You miss all the beautiful things around you. And I've been wanting to get into pickleball more consistently for the longest time. And I've just been saying, I'm too busy, only just to be at home, watching TV, being on social media, but now those gone.
Yeah, but he's trying to make an omelet.
Here
though.
I am.
That's what he's trying
I'm
to
getting
make.
into it. I've also been outside so much I might actually get a tan. Having a little post-pickleball picnic. So one of my go-to meals is half a pound of ground turkey, whole eggs, and then fresh Parmesan cheese shaved on top. I'm calling it boy kibble. And then on the side, got an apple. And then all I've been drinking the entire week is either water or some peppermint tea. This is
Is that in plastic?
incredibly relaxing. I
Hey,
feel like
Blaziken.
I've been missing out my entire life not having a picnic, although people are walking by looking at me like this must be some lost Amish
Also
boy.
specifically as well, I just noticed or so when he was cooking or so, he was using the wooden spoon or so. He wasn't really using a metal spatula or so to do the flip or so for it to do an omelet. So he already did it incorrectly. I was just thinking about that actually, to be honest. I was just kind of like, I was like, wait a second. I was like, he was also using a plastic thingy thing, whatever the fuck that thing is called or so. I've never used that ever in my entire life. I've only used a spatula or so to like flip things over, or like do half, flip it to the other side to make a half circle,
It's
I've never
that strange to have a
used any
picnic.
of
It's
those
sad,
tools that
really.
he used.
To be fair, it does feel kind of strange having a picnic.
And even then, the
Imagine
wooden spoon is usually that specific wooden spoon in general is supposed to be used for like making scrambled eggs and everything like that. So it's not really much for like, basically like half flipping and everything like that. And that's just kind of like basically it.
Riding a horse to a nightclub. That's the same level of strangeness that this feels. I have been dangerously unpredictable lately, and I kind of love it. I might even skinny dip in the pond soon, but I think it's because
Skinny
I need to
dip.
rely on myself to create my
Yo,
own
you can't do that,
stimulation
bro.
rather than relying on an algorithm to spoon feed it to me, which is why the past few days, I don't think I've felt this connected to the world in a very long time. And if there's something that I
wonder
can learn from
why.
that, I used to think that watching TV or being on my phone was time spent, but it's actually
It's a time
taken.
waster.
And when you remove those from your life, your days just open up completely. Like this week has felt double the length. My days feel twice as long, but in a good way. And it's a trickle-down effect. When you feel good, you want to be outside. You want to eat better. Like I don't even think about.
There are certain weathers or so where I do want to be outside. The last time I went outside, well, the problem was it was like really hot or so, so it probably wasn't a good idea to be outside. But after I finished everything that I needed to do, like errands and everything like that, right? The next couple of days or so, I felt very weak. I felt hella weak than usual. I was just like, oh god, I feel like very, very, very weak or so. Like my soul was like ripped away from me. So
going to restaurants anymore. I just
I'm gonna
want to
stop
have
looting your mom
good
in a
quality
second.
Whole Foods.
Shut the
I
fuck
feel
up,
less
bitch.
stressed. My energy is great. My sleep is great. So again, it's a domino effect that starts
that's what
up
I need
here
to work on. Is just
by
my
removing
sleep a
those
lot
things
more,
out of
but
your
I
life.
need to. The problem is
and
I
then
need to
everything
finish a lot
else
of
kind
those
of falls
things that
into
I need
place
to do in
after.
order for me to, make somewhat of money wise, anyways, profit wise.
Yo, I actually enjoy reading. What the heck? Each day that goes by, I'm finding it easier and easier to pay full attention to the book without having my mind wander onto something else.
wonder
Day
why.
one, a bit tricky, massive difference today.
I don't drink
Also,
energy
reading
drinks.
right before bed, it makes you so drowsy that I'm
I hate
falling
energy
asleep
drinks.
instantly.
It was really cool to feel like I was reclaiming my attention span, and it made me excited to see how crazy the results were going to be by the end of this week.
Woke up this morning at 186.5 pounds, which means I'm down nearly 2 pounds. So I'm really struggling
that's impressive,
to keep
to
the
be
weight
frankly
on.
honest.
Now, you would think that would mean worse pumps in the gym, but nope. My pumps have been insane. I also feel like I look leaner and a lot drier. My energy throughout the day has been very constant. My mood has been great. I'm just feeling very happy. But the big thing is, the big shocker is I have severe elbow and knee tendonitis on my left side, and those are both pretty much gone. I didn't have to warm up nearly as much for my leg day. Now, if you looked at my sole on a graph from the previous few days, it was looking like this. It was just one big deep dive. But now I feel like I'm on the mend right now. Like the devil on my shoulder is at its all-time weakest.
Today is when I really started to thrive. All the withdrawals were leaving the system. The weights are still moving without the help of caffeine. Maybe it doesn't have the secret anti-gravity
Interesting.
properties I thought it did. I think my CNS has been
I also
really
need to read
grateful
more
for the
manga.
break.
It doesn't really
I
count.
was craving a smoothie after my workout, so I got all my components ready. I got a frozen banana, I got some frozen berries, I got my yogurt, and then I pulled this out of the fridge.
I see.
Cashew milk. Silk cashew milk is like finding Jeffrey Dahmer with a Harvard law degree on
I
Tinder.
just think personally
like
where
on
I live,
paper,
or so
he sounds
it just
great,
becomes way too.
but you're not gonna like
hot
how it
in
ends for you.
general, So
And that's the same
probably
thing
it's what
when you
affected me
turn the
most,
box and you
'cause
look
I'm
at the
really terrible in the
ingredients.
heat.
Like 3% of the ingredient list is cashew milk,
'cause I'm always
but
thinking all the
100% of the
time, that's
marketing
why.
is cashews. Like, what the hell is Gelen gum? What's Gelen gum? What's locust bean gum? I don't know what any of those things are. So instead of not making a smoothie, what I did was I went the extra mile and I made my own nut milk. So I
Excuse me? My man made his own milk or so? His own almond milk? My man actually took the time or so to make his own milk. That's crazy. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. When he popped up this or so, and he's like, I made my own milk. Pops out the jar of milk, and and my mind just went somewhere else with that. I'm like, what you mean by that? What you mean you made your own milk?
own nut milk. So I soaked almonds overnight, then I blended them up with some water, and then I just milked the nut. I milked it so good. I milked them dry. And it came out with this beautiful concoction. It's still slightly warm.
I milked my own nut. You know, I squeezed the shit out of it.
It smells so fresh, too.
Fucking A.
And way creamier. No more toxic nuts in this house. No more.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow, that was half
so
of it.
funny.
That took me literally overnight to do that. Okay, smoothie taste test.
Is it good? That's my question.
Tastes no different, but I am still better than all of you who make smoothies using silk cashew milk. I'm really leaning into this natural way of living. I might actually start my own nutrition channel and just bash everybody else who does not agree
Interesting.
with my way of living. I don't think that I've had this good of sleep consistently
Day 5.
ever in my life, actually. Like night 1, I got the 90, then I got a 91 on day 2, then I got a 92 on day 3, and then last night I got an 86, which is still optimal. Usually I'm used to like good or fair sleep, but just back to back to back optimal sleep, you feel it. It's really nice to wake up and not feel
I think that's the
like
only
I
thing
need to
that
go
I'm
back to
lacking,
bed.
or so
Usually I'm
actually, like, a
somebody who
good long
feels
rest or
tired
so.
and I can always use some more sleep. But now I almost feel like a kid again.
That's what I need.
I feel like
the most.
I get up and I'm ready to take over the world.
I'm starting day 5 off with a little visit to the farm to
Going
get
to
some
the
goodies for the
farm.
rest of the week.
Look at that, no plastic.
Poison, 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 more poison. There we go. That's dessert. Look how beautiful this apple is. This can replace a brownie any day. Any day. Apple or brownie, I don't even know. Bruh. Jumbo orange yolk eggs. I've never heard of them in my life, but what the heck? I've been an egg fanatic lately, and this is a nice little change.
It doesn't really look orange, to be frankly honest. It looks like just like a normal, freaking egg. You know, it doesn't look very orangey. I stopped smoking because I realized my sleep was shit. Helped almost immediately. Well, for me specifically, I've just been working. That's about it. I've just been too much of a workaholic.
Farmer's Market grocery haul.
That is the
We got our
zestiest
goodies.
stance
No plastic
ever.
in sight. They give you some cardboard, paper bags. This is the new spot. I am making some yogurt right now. I don't know if you can tell, I'm literally obsessed with this yogurt. And I usually like to microwave berries so they're warm and gooey and I pour it on top. But I can't do that because a microwave is poison. So instead of microwaving my berries for 30 seconds, I'm literally waiting 10 minutes for my berries to stew on the stove. Do you want to know what my headspace is now? If it's convenient, I assume it's just trying to kill me. That's just how it is. I also don't know if my taste buds are just recovering from artificial sweetener or sugar trauma, but every day that goes by, the fruit tastes sweeter than ever. Nature's candy.
Yeah, for those who don't know or so, when you get rid of the artificial sweeteners and everything like that, right? And you try actual, like, you know, once it's completely out of your system in general, right? And you replace it with actual like natural sugar itself, it tastes a lot more richer and a lot more sweeter than the actual like normal stuff that you usually consume. Question is, will man go back to HOS old lifestyle though? He'll probably like change maybe certain things, right? like he'll probably minimize certain things, but I don't think he'll go 100% back.
I am currently 5 days clean from social media, and the algorithm probably thinks I'm dead. I wouldn't be surprised if I logged back on and my targeted ads were funeral homes and estate lawyers or something like that. But the more I go without it, the less I miss it. And the more I actually wonder why I was on it as much in the first place. To be fair, it would have been a lot harder if I was an iPad baby, but millennial. Same actually also goes for food. When I'm thinking about Coke Zeros, it kind of grosses me out now when I drive by certain restaurants that I used to think were good. I just think about it more. And I'm like, ew, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, that's what
I pass
happens
by
when you
gas
cut this
stations. I'm like,
out of your system.
those are mini Chernobyls. You know, there's just so much processed junk in there. So my whole brain chemistry has shifted. Like I'm a whole new born again human. It's weird. In only 5 days.
What started as such a drastic lifestyle change has already become something I've started to adapt to. My old habits are slowly fading, and they might actually be gone for good.
This is probably the most excited I have been all week. You would think
One of these damn days I'm gonna try me a steak. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest. One of these goddamn days.
pizza
They're so
is being
fucking
delivered
expensive.
to my house.
Oh, I just realized something. You know what I told you guys that I'm trying to financially like recover and everything like that, right? Actually I got financially ruined or so because of my mom. I just realized that I completely forgot that my mom actually bought like a couple of like meat item products. And those shit skyrocket in price or so. I just forgot about this. Just literally just reminded me of that actually. Now I know why the reason why why the groceries were so expensive. I think I paid roughly around more than $250 or so in groceries. I can kind of see why. Okay, yeah, because my mom bought like a bunch of like meat products and I think some chicken and some other stuff or so, and those things go up in price. If I remember correctly, I think the packet of meat that she bought or so was like goes between like goes up to like 50 something dollars or something like that. So yeah, okay. Well, this makes a lot of sense now. Okay. Makes me even more annoyed, to be frankly honest.
I really do wish you guys could smell this right now.
I should have paid attention though, but I wasn't paying attention.
This steak is
to her
830 calories, and I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah, I paid around more than $250 in groceries. Yeah. Because of my mom, that's why. So basically all the money that I had a good chunk of money or so this month specifically. Fucking went out the window. And I told my mom initially too that I need to save up money or so for this October. She did not. That shit went through one ear and left the other ear. I shit you not. That shit went through one ear and gone out the other. And I'm like, yeah.
Not at all. Not even slightly worried about it.
She like literally financially ruined me. She's the sole problem of like some financial problems.
Oh my god. Wow.
The momentum of day 5 carried over into day 6. I woke up with a beautiful sleep score of 90, spent some quality family time with Katie and Boba, and then got some work done, which was better and more productive than ever before. Not only that, but I've had the best work-life balance I've had in years. Doing things I wouldn't normally do, and just getting out of the house is something that's been amazing for me.
I made a fresh ground bison burger.
The sad thing about it when it comes to content creating in general, you really can't do this until you make it, basically. Until you make it into the top 5%, you still have to keep grinding and keep going until you make it. Which literally, like, ruins your health, to be honest. That's why becoming a content creator is not the best lifestyle for you to be making or so. It's just better just to get a normal job so you don't have to deal with stuff like this, you know? So I'm just saying from personal experience, I would have to say if the job market was not in the it's not in the actual condition it is, I would quit. I shit you not, I would just quit where I am right now, to be honest. Not just because of financial wise, it's just health, lifestyle wise.
One of the eggs from the farm, and I wanted to make fries on the side, but without the air fryer.
I shit you not.
They're coming out of
If
the
I had
oven
the two
looking like they've
opportunities,
had a
I would
little bit
not
too
have
much
picked this one.
whiskey, if you know what I'm saying. So we have the kiwi on the side to replace the French fries. A burger without a bun is like a hug without arms. It just feels incomplete. I wanted to make an all-natural bun, but I don't have a freaking chemistry master's degree to do that. Probably shouldn't even be having bread anyways, because cavemen didn't eat buns, for food at least. Oh my God. The eggs, so much better than store-bought.
The deeper I got into the week, the more obsessed I became with avoiding every possible poison. The problem was, the more I looked...
Wait, Febreze? Wait, Febreze is poison? Since when is Febreze poison? What? That was like the one thing I noticed or so passing by is the random Febreze air.
The more I looked, the more I found, and it
What?
quickly became
How is that?
overwhelming.
How is that considered
pretty
poison?
sure the char on meat is also considered a poison. I can't even keep up anymore. I've heard when people take GLP-1s, it eliminates the food noise, it eliminates food cravings. For me, eating like this has given me the exact same effect. I'm the type of person where food makes up like 90% of my brain. It's all I think about, maybe even 100% of my brain. But now it's practically nothing at all. It just doesn't interest me. I don't have cravings for anything. And it's probably my favorite thing that I've experienced so far in this challenge or whatever you want to call it. It just feels good. I used to snack a lot, snack after dinner. None of that anymore. So I just feel like my natural GLP levels are rising.
And you totally can increase the natural GLP-1 levels in your body. For me, I think it's from
Interesting.
the drastic increase in healthy fats and the complete elimination of processed foods.
So there is one thing that I have changed, at least part of my diet or so. I've been consuming walnuts in my daily routine or so. So if I want a snack or something, usually 9 times I would get like a bowl of walnuts and just kind of like eat it. If I remember correctly, I think there was like a video or so that helps it does a specific chemical compound for your stomach, but I don't remember what it was specifically, but it does help you on visceral fat. If my knowledge is correct. I could be wrong though, so you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I just want to see my cool little discovery.
I just forgot what it was
Banana
mainly
ice
used
cream.
for though.
Great way to use
The
leftover
only thing
bananas.
that I'm
All you
lacking
do
or
is
so
just
is
blitz up frozen
the
bananas and
walking part of
voila.
exercising.
You got ice cream. Felt good this morning.
That's the
Tastes
only
great
thing that
right
I'm
now.
forgetting.
Full service nanner.
Cyanide? Yeah, that's your mama's pussy.
It is kind of crazy how good simple things taste when your tongue isn't waterboarded with chemicals. This is literally just one ingredient. Replacing my ice cream with banana. I feel primal. Wait a minute. Is midday sun a poison? I think it is.
Last day, then it's back to hot dog stuffed crusts from Pizza Hut. I'm just kidding. But for real though, it feels like I'm in rehab, about to be released into the real world. And honestly, like I'm actually happy it's the last day because I don't even know what to do with myself anymore because I've done more this week than I'd probably do in an entire year. But I don't want to be someone tomorrow that if someone offers me a Coke Zero, I get like arrested for attempted murder or something. So I think the best thing to do is some exposure therapy.
Starting at the gas station, I went in and surrounded myself with my biggest triggers. Energy drinks, Coke Zero, protein bars, which honestly at that price turned me off them completely. Like I said, last week, there's no way I would have left here without something. But now?
Not gonna lie, not as hard as I thought. I kind of want my meat and eggs now.
Next was the
Really?
food court.
Wow.
I surrounded myself with highly palatable processed foods that looked amazing.
I'm just sitting in the middle of the food court. Every smell is fighting for my attention right now. It's like visiting the zoo. It's fun to look at, but you probably shouldn't climb into the enclosure.
Don't get me wrong, things looked really good, but still, it wasn't enough for me to crack. But maybe my next stop will.
Tim
I'm raw
Hortons.
dogging a coffee shop right now.
Yeah, so the coffee is what he likes, but also like I think it's either like the sweets of donuts or the little ball, the cinnamon ball thing is what he likes too as well. I think if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Oh, this one's hard. Imagine taking an alcoholic to Oktoberfest. Same thing.
Being surrounded by these lovely smelling beans was brutal. I know when this week is done, cutting down on my caffeine will definitely be difficult.
All right, I'm gonna go before I get kicked out for being weird.
Overall, this exercise was a success. From there, the day looked as it normally would. I had a high-quality meal of pineapple,
Oh,
salmon, and
fucking
some bone
salmon,
broth.
dude.
Then I had a
Fucking
killer leg
A.
workout. I'm still
Dude, salmon to me is such a luxury food, dude. I swear to God, if I have extra money or so, I usually buy a bag of salmon. But if I don't or so, I just kind of like get chicken. That's about it. But like every once in like every once in a red moon or something like that, I'll be able to afford some salmon and oh, dude, it's one of the greatest things to put in my mouth, dude. Such a fucking luxury food for me.
progressing every
It
session.
feels so
And then
great
an
because that means I
amazing
worked
dinner.
really
I think the
hard.
fries were
That's
actually pretty
why.
good this time.
It is crazy that I'm free tomorrow.
I've never had caffeine. I probably did had caffeine, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like none of the sodas that I had or so had any caffeine in it, so that's why I never had caffeine.
And doing this video has kept me so
Never had a sugar
accountable.
rush
When it's
whatsoever.
over, I do not know how I'm going to keep this up. But at least my CNS enjoyed a week of not being treated like a speed bag. And I'm very excited.
A long
for my
time ago,
brain scan
yeah.
tomorrow.
But
The results
but
from-
like it was from my it's like from my grandma or so. My grandma like would get some of the leaves or so, and then she would like crush it because she used to do like tea drinks and stuff like that. So she would crush it or so in this little tiny bowl thing that she had, right? And then she would make the tea out of that. So
This week were absolutely crazy.
matcha have
I stepped on
caffeine
the scale
though.
at 100.
I don't have matcha, so like I had the thing a long time ago, but that's about it. So
and
it's not a daily thing that I
86.2
drink.
pounds, meaning that this week I dropped a little over 2 pounds. A lot of
That's
water,
pretty
some
impressive, to be honest.
inflammation, and some fat. I look a little leaner, and I notice my skin has a bit more of a glow. Speaking of skin, this before and after of my face
Yeah, he is less red from the left one to the right one. Yeah, he's a lot more natural on the right side.
is insane. My skin is way smoother, there's virtually no red, and I definitely lost a ton of bloat in the face. Now, before some of you think
That's
it's makeup,
interesting.
here's proof it's not. There's just a lot more glow and radiance to my face. It could be a tan that I very much needed. Now it was time to see if
Speaking of tan, I need that. Speaking of a tan, I need that shit. But the problem is, it's way too hot over here, so I'm okay.
my brain made any improvements from a week of elimination. It was pretty cool to see that we actually made some improvements. We didn't completely eliminate the redness, but we definitely reduced it in just 1 week. More
It
than
would take a
anything,
while
this
or
was
so
a
for
much
that to
needed
get rid
reset
of.
for my body. Maybe we all need to step away every once in a while and reconnect with the things that actually matter.
I can't do that. You can do that, but I can't do that. You know, that's the problem. So there are some people who can't actually do that because they can't afford it to do it. That's why. Unfortunately, we live in a specific world where you literally cannot do this.
Before you know it, it starts to feel like these poisons never had as much control as you thought.
Yeah, I'm down.
What an interesting video, but I'd be very curious to see if he actually continues afterwards or so after this. I want to see if like I would totally ask him a question of like I'd say about like 6 months from now, if this specific video made you change a lot of the things that you used to do, or did you get back into the habit of doing certain things, you know? Go, you just gotta take the blue pill. No, I'm gonna take the red pill. Anyways, I'd be super curious. I would totally, if I had the opportunity or so, I would totally ask him a question 6 months from now. The day that this video was posted, 6 months from now, ask him and be like, hey, Will, I have a question for you. That one specific video that you said you wanted to quit modern day poison, did you ever get back to your old habits, or did you minimize a significant portion of it, or did you get back, you know, or did you like cut a lot of it completely, you know? I'd be very curious about that actually. Like I want to know from 6 months from now to see if like, you know, if it ever got back to it. But who knows? We won't know until later in the future though. But I'd be very curious though. I'd be super curious if he actually like went back to it, or was it just for a video question mark, you know? So anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Like, yeah, I personally, like I said, right, I'm in my personal weight loss thing. The only thing that's holding me back or so, the one thing that is holding me back or so is being able to have that standing desk with the walking treadmill underneath it. So I can be able to do that all at the same time, because if I remember correctly, because I used to walk to school all the time. So I used to walk to school, walked I basically like walked everywhere, and that basically like maintained like my weight or so, you know? Like it actually reduced and maintained my weight. And now in this today and age, now where I'm living now today, it's not the same anymore. So that's the only reason why. You have to like drive everywhere. Like it's a lot more less minimal work. So now I just been kind of like consuming even far less than I used to. Well, I'm trying to consume far less so I don't have to, so I can balance out to some way. The only thing that I need to do to accelerate everything is just having the walking treadmill and the standing up desk, and that's it. So that's all I really need. Once I have that or so, I will have no problems, and I probably will feel a lot more better personally. So because I can do some walking or so at the very beginning while doing some reactions and stuff like that, and then being able to, you know, sit down and play some games afterwards after a good workout. So but not anytime soon, to be honest. It's gonna be a while until I get something like that. So, but anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. One of these days, will hopefully I can change my health to some degree. But the problem is I got to get through. And unfortunately, I have to get the order ready for this October that I'm gonna be ordering, and hopefully maybe next year I'll be able to get my VTuber model. Crossing my fingers, but we'll see. I did get a copyright strike at the end of the day on my channel, so not the best in my personal opinion, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So so hopefully this new format or so of like my YouTube videos slash thumbnails that I'm doing or so will help out. So but we won't know until we get there at the end of the day. We have to wait I probably have to say about a month or so. We'll see if anything changes, but that's about it though. But anyways, that's the end of the video. And peace.